So I'm continuing on my series of garden tips, and today we're going to talk about summer squash. I'm really talking about yellow squash. And I know zucchini and yellow squash, they all kind of consider the same, but I'm going to do them separate. So today I'm just talking about yellow squash. I'm going to give you my tips on growing it. It's something I love to eat. I like it fried. I like squash casserole, and Allison somehow she cuts it up and puts it in the oven and puts something on it and eat like it. Oh my goodness, it's so good, and that's probably the healthiest way to eat it. But I like it just about anyway. I guess it's maybe a southern thing because I went searching for a yellow squash, something about growing it, and I couldn't find the first thing. So maybe this help you out. If you live in the South, we love our yellow squash, and I grow a lot of it. We freeze it, we eat it, and we sell a ton of it. So the thing I'm gonna talk about is, like I've been talking about, it's good quality seed. When I first started gardening, I would go to the hardware store and get just whatever it said, yellow straight neck or yellow crooked. And I started out growing crooked, and I'll talk a little bit about the difference there. But you gotta have some good quality seed, because those just generic squash seed that you get at the store, they have, to me, they're not as pretty. They get that, I think it's a virus actually that makes them have bumps all over them. I mean, you can eat it, it's still edible, and everybody eats it anyway, and I didn't know no difference when I first started. And so now I get my go-to right now is Smooth Summer. It's the best squash I've ever grown. Smooth Summer. Trying Smooth Criminal, which is supposed to be heat tolerant. And I used to grow multi-pick, which is another good thing. It's a little cheaper than Smooth Summer. Smooth Summer is absolutely the best squash I've ever grown. And so look it up. It's disease resistant, don't have a lot of powdery mildew problems. It's really prolific, grows like crazy, and produces a beautiful, smooth, straight neck squash. And I grow straight neck. I started out with crooked neck. I don't like crooked neck anymore. One thing is, you get like the bottom of it's big, and then you get that little narrow crook on it, or that crooked neck. And to me, a straight neck is more uniform, and it cuts up better and freezes better and cooks better, and it's just all around, to me, a better squash for what we do. And I don't even think about growing. Well, one time I thought, well, I'm gonna grow some crooked neck, so I got a good variety, and it did really good. But straight neck outsells it 10-1, maybe even 15-1. So I don't, I just don't fool with it no more. So the one thing, I like a straight neck. I get a good quality seed. Fertilizing, now it needs a little more nitrogen. I'm talking about the last few, don't over nitrogen your tomatoes and peppers. I think squash, I use a 20-20-20, a balanced, but I think that does really good for it. So you won't give them some nitrogen. They're not a real heavy feeder like a sweet corn, but they're a pretty good feeder. So I feed them a 20-20-20. Make sure you get a good disease resistance. The only problem I have really about pest is later on in the summer, I get them old squash bugs on there, and if it's not too bad, I don't even fool with spraying or nothing. So if they're real bad, I do spray, and I'll spray, especially pumpkins. Of course, it don't really matter about that. We don't eat those, so I really do not spray at all. So the last few years I have not had to. So usually I go through and knock them off, and it seems like it helps a little bit. But anyway, but late in the summer now, you'll get a pretty good pressure. So I try to grow up in the fall, and last year it just got so dry. Our fall crop didn't do very good. We got a little bit, not a whole lot. So get a good seed, get these diseases packaged. Feed them pretty good. They like a lot of water, about 1 inch a week. So you got to water them, and usually in the spring, I don't have no first part of the summer. For the last few years, it's been pretty wet. They've done really good, but when it gets dry, you got to really water them. And I always, few years ago, I would do start the seeds in the greenhouse, or in the dining room was our greenhouse for a long time. And I would start my seeds in there and then transplant. I did a little experiment. I transplanted some, I direct seed some, almost caught up. I think they eventually did catch up with them, so I didn't really see no advantage of that, so I just direct seed all mine now. I don't start any of my squash or my zucchini. But we'll talk about the zucchini is almost as identical the same, but I'm gonna talk a little bit different about that, so it'll be a different video. So this is about yellow squash, summer squash. Winter squash is different. I've tried to grow it. I do all right with it, but it's not one of my favorite things to even eat. I like yellow squash, so hope this helps. Good seed, good fertilizer, got to water, and I direct seed, I direct sow. And you'll see some people, I used to put them in mounds when I first started, or hills. You got to hill them, and I don't even do that no more. I just put them in the plastic. We use that biodegradable plastic. I just put them in it and it comes up. No weed pressure, does really good. So you don't even have to heal. So just put them in the ground, they'll come up, give them a little fertilizer, and you'll have some good squash. Hope this was a help. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, support your local farmer. We'll see you back here in the next video down here at the farm.